I ruined my entire life because of one stupid lie. I thought I was being a hero. I thought I was saving the girl I loved from a miserable future. But honestly, I was just scared. And when I found out the truth 5 years later, it didn't just break my heart. It completely destroyed me. And the worst part is, I still have the ring she gave me back that day. It started back when we were 15. Her name was Maya. We met in a random Roblox server of all places. I know, it sounds cringe, but we were both playing this obby, and we kept falling at the exact same spot. We started chatting, and it was like instant chemistry. You know when you meet someone and you just vibe? That was us. We talked every single day. We would FaceTime until 3 in the morning on school nights. My grades literally dropped because I was too busy talking to her, but I did not care. She was everything to me. By the time we were 18, we were inseparable. We had this whole plan for our life. It was so specific. We were going to buy a small house with a big porch. We were going to get a golden retriever named Buster. And the biggest thing, Maya wanted a huge family. She was obsessed with the idea of being a mom. She had a list of baby names in her notes app. She would always say to me, "Leo, a house isn't a home without the sound of kids running around." I would just smile and say, "Yeah, totally." Because I wanted that too. I wanted that life with her more than anything. We got married right after high school. Everyone told us we were too young, that we were rushing it, but we were so in love. It felt like nothing could stop us. But then, reality hit us hard. We started trying to start our family pretty early. Maya was so excited. She bought baby clothes before we even had any news. But months went by and nothing happened. Then a year went by. Maya started getting really sad. She would cry in the bathroom when she thought I was asleep. It broke my heart to see her like that. So, we decided to get checked out. I went to the doctor by myself one afternoon to get my results. I remember sitting in that cold, white room, staring at a poster on the wall, feeling super nervous. The doctor came in, and he looked serious. He sat down and told me the news. It was me. I was the one. I could not have biological children. I literally felt like the room was spinning. I felt like I wasn't even a man anymore. It sounds dramatic, but in that moment, all I could think about was Maya. I thought about her list of baby names. I thought about how she said, "A house isn't a home without kids." I drove home in silence. I sat in my car in the driveway for an hour, just staring at the steering wheel. I realized I had two choices. Choice one, I tell her the truth. She would cry, she would hug me, and she would say it is okay. She would stay with me because she is loyal. But deep down, she would always be sad. She would never get the biological family she dreamed of. I would be the reason she missed out on her dream. Choice two, I let her go. And that is when the dark thought entered my head. If I told her the truth, she would stay out of pity. But if I made her hate me, she would leave. She would find someone else. Someone who could give her everything I couldn't. I decided to be the villain in her story to save her. I walked into the house. Maya was in the kitchen making dinner. She looked so happy to see me. "Hey, how did it go?" she asked, wiping her hands on a towel. My heart was pounding so hard I thought she could hear it. I looked at her, and I forced my face to go cold. "We need to talk," I said. She froze. "What is it? Is everything okay?" "I don't think I can do this anymore," I lied. "I am bored, Maya. We got married too young. I feel trapped. I want to be free." Her face dropped. It was like I had slapped her. "What? Leo, what are you talking about?" "I don't love you anymore," I said. Those were the hardest words I have ever spoken. "I met someone else online. I think we should get a divorce." It was a complete lie. There was no one else. There was only her. She started crying. Then she started screaming. She threw the towel at me. She told me to get out. It was a mess. It was literally the worst night of my life. I packed a bag and left. I slept in my car that night. The divorce went through fast. She hated me. She blocked me on everything. Roblox, Instagram, Snapchat. I was completely ghosted. For the next 5 years, I was a zombie. I went to work, I came home, I played video games, I slept. I never dated anyone else. How could I? I had pushed away the only person who mattered. But I kept telling myself it was worth it. Somewhere out there, Maya was happy. She probably had a husband and 2 kids by now. She was living her dream. I took the pain so she could have the joy. But life has a funny way of punishing you. when you think you are being smart. Last month, my old high school held a 5-year reunion. I did not want to go. Honestly, I would rather have stayed home and stared at a wall, but my friend dragged me along. I walked into the gym, and it smelled like cheap cologne and nostalgia. I was standing by the punch bowl, looking for an exit, when I saw her. Maya. She looked even more beautiful than I remembered. She was wearing a blue dress, and she was laughing at something her friends said. My stomach did a flip. I wanted to run away, but she turned around and locked eyes with me. Her smile faded, but she didn't look angry anymore, just calm. She walked over to me. Hi, Leo. Hey, Maya, I said. My voice was shaking. You look great. Thanks, she said. You look tired. Yeah, well, life, I mumbled. We stood there awkwardly for a minute. I knew I shouldn't ask. I knew I should just walk away. But I had to know. I had to know if my sacrifice was worth it. So, I said, trying to sound casual. Are you? Did you get married again? She nodded. Yeah, about 2 years ago. His name is David. He is a good guy. I felt a sharp pain in my chest, but I forced a smile. That is awesome. And, kids, did you get your big family? She smiled and she pulled out her phone. Yeah, look. She showed me a picture. It was her, this guy David, and 2 beautiful kids, a little boy and a little girl. They looked so happy. They were at a park, laughing. They are beautiful, I said. You finally got what you wanted. I did, she said softly. We adopted them last year. I froze. You adopted? Yeah, she said. She looked down at her phone, swiping through more pictures. It is funny, actually. David, well, he can't have biological children either. We found out right after we got engaged. The world stopped, literally stopped. The noise of the party faded out. Wait, I said. I felt like I couldn't breathe. Your husband, he is infertile. Yeah, she said. He was so scared to tell me. He thought I would leave him because I always talked about wanting a family. But I told him he was stupid. She laughed, but I felt like I was going to throw up. Why? I whispered. Why did you stay? She looked at me, confused. Because I loved him, Leo. I wanted a family, yes, but I wanted a family with him. Biology doesn't make a family. Love does. It didn't matter how the kids came to us as long as we were together. She put her phone away and looked at me with this pity in her eyes. Why do you look so pale? I couldn't speak. I couldn't tell her. I couldn't tell her that 5 years ago, I destroyed our marriage for absolutely nothing. I couldn't tell her that if I had just told her the truth, if I had just trusted her love, we would be the ones in that photo. We would be the ones raising those kids. I had assumed that her dream of a family was more important than her love for me, but I was wrong. The obstacle wasn't the infertility. The obstacle was me. Leo, she asked again, are you okay? I forced the biggest, fakest smile of my life. I had to hold back tears that were burning my eyes. Yeah, I choked out. I am really happy for you, Maya. Honestly, you deserve it. Thanks, she said. I hope you find that kind of happiness too, someday. She squeezed my arm and walked back to her friends. I watched her go. I watched the life I could have had walk away from me for the second time. But this time, I knew it was my fault. I left the reunion early. I sat in my car in the parking lot and I screamed. I screamed until my throat hurt. I am back home now. I am sitting at my desk, looking at my computer screen. My Roblox avatar is standing alone in the lobby. And I realized something tonight. You think you are protecting people by lying to them. You think you are being noble by making decisions for them. But you are not. You are just stealing their choice. I thought I was saving her from a life without kids. But really, I just saved myself from having to be vulnerable. Maya is happy. She has her family. And I am glad, I really am. But every time I see a family photo or see a couple happy in a game, I wonder, what would have happened if I had just said, I have a problem, but I love you? Do not make my mistake. If you love someone, tell them the truth, even if it hurts. Because the only thing worse than bad news is a lifetime of wondering, what if?